into a hostile environment. These fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Commonwealth Stadium in Lexington, Kentucky, home of the Wildcats. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Kentucky Wildcats. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Sooners will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Kentucky Wildcats offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. Last time we saw these guys, it was a rather forgettable experience for this quarterback. He turned the football over. He got sacked. Just not a good day at all, Jesse.
Well, the defense was able to rattle him. They hit him often. They hit him early. They got sacks on him, and then he started feeling it. His eyes came down. He started floating the ball over the middle of the field and putting it into trouble and got picked off. So it's important in this one, David. Up front, they do a better job of helping him stay on his feet to get into a rhythm.
The best quarterbacks in the history of the game, when you continue to hit them, they become very human, and they start to rush their thought process. So he got hit early, and he got hit often last week, and that's why they lost. Position one, objective number one today, protect him, keep him upright, let him get some confidence.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. He lost it high and deep down the left side. Oh, right through his hand. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. Back to throw, it's Wimsatt. Going back to the well, another deep ball. It's broken up and almost intercepted in the end zone. It'll be 4th down. Kentucky will be forced to punt. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And the punt will go into the end zone, and the ball comes out to the 20 on the touchback. The Sooners offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And the heart of this team clearly rests on the offensive line. A group of maulers, David, who take pride in what they do.
And I think if you're a coach, you take pride. Like, it starts up front. Like, you win and lose games with physicality, and they lean on all the big fellas up front, the hog mollies, the big uglies, the most unselfish players on the field.
It's old school, man. We're in an era of college football where it's up-tempo, spread, air raid. Games are still won and lost, though, in the trenches. And because this is one of the best offensive lines in all of college football, that is a huge advantage this offense takes into each and every game.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Power football with the run. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So backing up with that penalty, and they can feel their own goalpost looming over their shoulder. Offense in an empty set. He wants to change this route. To the air, it's Hawkins. Catch in the middle, it's Braun. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Still some work to do after that last completion. It's 2nd down. Back to pass. Wide open downfield. And they're able to get him on the ground. The Sooners want to move quickly. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Buys a little time with his feet. That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. And the Sooners will send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Second down, they'll go to the air. That's caught. It's Zimmerman. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. With the catch, it's Zimmerman. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. The Wildcats can really attack on this 2nd and short. Now the play fake. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football.
Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And he muffs it, a loose football. Nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. That is coverage just the way they designed it, and they've got him backed up. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. They think there's room to run to the right here. Open space at the 25. There he goes down the right side. The 30, the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
What a big-time run. He's still running. Over 90 yards. That's one of those when you're running to the end zone, you're looking behind you, you're looking on the Jumbotron to see if anybody's going to catch you, and nobody's going to catch him on that huge touchdown run.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Off the play fake on first down. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. And the Wildcats have put themselves in dire. After that last play, it's 2nd and a mile. Gets it out quickly. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, it's Wimsatt. Trying to set up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Kentucky will be forced to punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Let's see what he can do with it. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. Ben, that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. The Sooners will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3 and out the last time they had the ball. They'll get this drive started from the 29. Motion from the wideout. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Bauer. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. The Wildcats with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Quick release on the RPO. And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Wants to throw. It's Wimsatt. Looking deep down the right side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Kentucky sends out the punting unit.
Number 19 in punt formation to kick it away.
Here's the return. He's got great speed. Touchdown Sooners! Special teams coming through, the 3rd aspect of the game, delivering big time. That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make them miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He'll loft one deep down the left side. It's caught, and what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline. We reached the quarter break with Oklahoma on top, and they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. They've got a first down here to open the period.
Get set.
Dropping back, it's Wimsatt. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Looking to take a shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's 3rd down now. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Just a short pass to the tight end. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
When the offense gets in those multiple tight end looks, you kind of have a good understanding of what's coming. You don't know where the ball's going necessarily, but they'll put those big old bodies in there to block, to move people, to put more mass on the field, especially once you get in this red area where you have to be able to run the football effectively. Those passing windows tend to shrink a lot.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. They've got the screen set up. He is stopped well short of the first down marker at the 15, and let's see what they do on 4th. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. Now the lead is down to 11. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's recap that ACC matchup that has just gone final. SMU came away with the victory today, but not in dominant fashion. In fact, the folks in Dallas had to sweat things out for much of the second half. Could have been better, but certainly could have been worse. We expected to see a shakeup in the ACC. It's bound to happen in this kind of game. But this type of win is a serious statement.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. That's reeled in. It's Thomas. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. To the air, it's Hawkins. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it rolls to the ground incomplete. The Sooners will punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Wants to bring it back. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you just simply got to make it.
And the Wildcats in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Hands it off. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Motion from the wide receiver. He'll take a shot. It is incomplete, and he almost had himself an interception in the end zone. It'll be 4th down. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. The field goal is no good. After the missed field goal, still down by 11. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. Back to pass, it's Hawkins. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. They say you could call holding on every... Well, they did on that one. And here comes the offense on second down. Wants to go up top. Shoots it to the left. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Just got to finish the play. If you're the wide receiver, you got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's third and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Braun. He stopped short of the 40, right at the 39, and it's fourth down. And the Sooners line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Kentucky has... And the big blue offense takes the field. The long missed field goal squashed any hopes of scoring on the last drive. They'll try to get something done this time. Going right to work up top. Makes the catch.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
They'll run the counter. He breaks the tackle. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Let's see what they've got on second down. Dropping back, it's Wimsatt. Grabbed over the middle. It's Gilmore. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down. When you've already set your punt around 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. Got it in the middle. It's Zimmerman. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. Here comes Kentucky after picking up that first down. That is just a perfect example of not deciding before the snap where you have to go with the ball.
Yeah, because that will get you in trouble. You can tell right away. He wants to get the ball to his primary. He's covered. He comes off and does a nice job being patient, taking his time, hitting the drag route, getting the first down.
From the 30-yard line on first down. Reads it, fires complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They'll line up for a second down play. They go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. You know they'd love to convert this third down after missing a field goal on the last drive. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Rodriguez. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. The defense calls the timeout, their second of the day, as they try to get their act together. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
Looking downfield, it's Wimsatt. Trying to barrel in. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. They worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be fourth down. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. Splits the uprights. Good. That'll make it a one-possession game. The lead is 8. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Using his legs, it's Tatum. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. And there they go again, another huge gain on the ground. The Sooners, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Off play action. Quarterback on the move, still looking. And he's just run out of bounds, maybe living to fight another day there. It'll be a loss on the play. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab, it's Thomas. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Throwing right. Pulls it in. It's Sategna. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down. Looking for a man. It's Hawkins. And he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in.
And everything looked good on that play. The receiver does a really good job of pushing upfield and then coming inside. But what happens when you come inside? You start coming to all those bodies and those linebackers, those safeties come into play. And those alligator arms sometimes get a little bit short.
The Sooners moving quickly to the line. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. And the pass is incomplete here on 3rd down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out.
Hold.
So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. This try will come from the left hash, and he'll try to curl it in from 38. Dead center perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further. That late-in-the-half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And with time running out here in the 1st half, this offense will choose to take a knee. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Lexington, but let's just go with notable. And this linebacker has left his big old paw prints all over this 1st half. He's been clogging running lanes and forcing turnovers, and even when he's not doing something that shows up on the stat sheet, he's preventing that offense from doing so. A young man with all-American potential. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Kroger Field.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Kentucky teeing it up and ready to go here in the 2nd half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. They start this 3rd quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
Pressure coming. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And after the big play to start the drive, now 2 straight completions, and they need to find a way on third down. Back to pass, it's Hawkins. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. And the Sooners decide to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. And the returner will be knocked down. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. These guys really need to get something going on this drive. They are still well within striking distance, but they have very little to show for their possession so far. They'll try the run. Jukes his way for more. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Wildcats come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. He'll do it himself. And the ball's out, and they're after it. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it? Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. Off play action on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Behind the chains now on second and long. To the ground with the back. Look out, he's got room. There he goes. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. This Kentucky offense really moving the ball quickly. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll give it to him again. This time there is no running room to be found, and this defense wasn't going to get hit with a big run twice in a row. The negative play leaves them with second and 12. Toss to the left. Plows through the defense. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
These are the ones in the stands where you get booed if it doesn't work. Why would you run the ball on second and long? You stink, OC. Or you get the big applause and you're like, yes, nice job. Keeping the manageable third down situation. Good call. So tough spot to be in second and long. Nice answer, nice run by the running back.
Got his man. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. And the Wildcats had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. They'll go to the jet sweep to try to get the edge here. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
He'll be run out of bounds, but there is a flag on the play. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Play number 9 on this drive. Looking downfield, it's Wimsatt. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds after picking up a couple. Quite a bit of work to do on third down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He's got an open man, and he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Kentucky. Why not double the try total and go for 2?
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. They'll leave it with him. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not second and long. It's not third and long. Now it's the whole playbook's...
Breaks into the open. He's inside the 40. The 20. Past the 10. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience. With that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. To the air, it's Wimsatt. And he was drilled just as... The pass, it's incomplete. Backed up now, here's second and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. And a sack all the way back at the 5.
And giving up 3 sacks a week ago, now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
Bring in the heat. A little screen to the running back. Runs through a tackle. He'll be dragged down right at the 19-yard line. It'll bring up 4th down. Kentucky will be forced to punt. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. They'll try the left side. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Wants to throw on first down. And the pass is incomplete, and there's a penalty flag down, and no big secret why. That receiver was being mauled by the defender.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. You simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
As a defense, you hate to let them move the chains on a penalty, but that's what they did. It's 1st and 10. They'll toss it to the left. Makes a man miss. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. The Sooners will line it up on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. It's complete on the right side. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. The Sooners are in the red zone. They'll try to get the edge on the left. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown Sooners! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Give to the single back. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. So the final period starts with a second down play. Looking to pass, it's Wimsatt. Gonna take a shot. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
Kentucky sent out the punting unit. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. And the returner will be brought down. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialed.
Turning it on! This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26.
Well, that's called paying off good field position. You've got the lead here late in the game. You've got the ball back. You're on your opponent's side of the 50, and on your very first play, you break off a long run.
Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And the beatdown has ensued. They extend the lead here in the 4th, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Western Michigan is going to walk off the field there inside Waldo Stadium with a much-needed victory. They had this one circled on the calendars for some time, and regardless the score, that W has to feel good. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport
turns it on down the left side. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Kentucky! Play the analytics here, and you go for 2.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. On the move, it's Tatum. And he broke 1 tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in this...
Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. And the Sooners have pushed it inside the 20. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. Fires into traffic, intercepted.
So you're saying there's a chance, Reese. I know it's not a big chance, but you got the ball back now. Maybe your offense can get hot. You can create some turnovers, maybe get an onside kick. Who knows? I'm saying there's a chance.
Got a man. It's Washington.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
At the 40, there he goes. Wide open spaces. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play. The Wildcats, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Dropping back, it's Wimsatt. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Clock is under 4 minutes as they come to the line for second down. Back to pass. Snagged out of the air.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
Looking to throw for it. Got it in the middle, it's Rodriguez. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12. Kentucky right back to the line. Looking to throw on first down. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. It's second and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Looking to fire. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. Here they come facing third and long from the 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. A shot for the end zone. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be fourth down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Deep shot for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And he tacks on the extra point. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse. There he goes. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. They make the stop after a pickup of 3. Ball's at the 18. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. They'll run play action. Caught over the middle. It's Sategna. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Sooners really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown Sooners! And they take it in for 6 more points. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Hines is tight end.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. And the Wildcats line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Grabbed behind the line. It's Washington. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a 3rd down stop. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Trying to keep this drive alive. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? This offense has it with really good field position. Looking for room. It's Tatum. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9.
In situations like this, offensively, when you got the lead in the 4th quarter, when you got to run the ball, you go back to the runs that you have the most confidence in, that you can execute in your sleep, and they do it right there, ripping off 7 yards.
Trying to get rid of it. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on 3rd down. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And the pummeling has started. They've built a little cushion and now closer to getting a victory here in week 4. And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. That score looks as if this one might have put it a little too far out of reach.
Yeah, this game's pretty much over. That was just the icing on the cake. But, you know, speaking of cake, I'm kind of hungry. Can we get out of here? Can we finish this game so I can go get something to eat?
Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity in 2 weeks to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. They weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you got a week to figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
The Wildcats are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. To throw, it's Wimsatt. Fires to the wideout. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. They'll mark him down right there, but it'll be enough for a Kentucky 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Looking to throw on 1st down. Completes it in the middle. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
And the offense gets the ball out pretty quick. But, man, if you're going to do that, that's fine. But we got to get the 1st down, or we got to get out of bounds so we can stop the clock. This offense, they've got to execute a little bit tighter down the stretch of this close little ball game.
Screen pass just not working there, and you figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
4th down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Zimmerman. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Line getting set on second down. Tight end now in motion. Back to pass on second down. With the catch, it's Washington. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your uni. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved it. Just domination from